the lag.
Bob, you got a chair? He wants. Okay, you there, Steve? Huh? Steve, you're going to bring us in here? Huh?
I'll bring us in. This is Steve Booth, onepocket.org, and we are here listening to the announcements.
Okay, this is a loser's bracket match between Earl Strickland and Justin Hall. Earl Strickland lost his either his first or second match to Bernie.
First match. Yep.
First match. And Justin Hall played Corey Dole in his last round, and Corey defeated him 4-1, I believe it was. This figures to be a pretty quick match. Both of these players are very aggressive and slightly on tilt. So we're going to see a lot of shot in this match. They really don't figure to see shot in a winner side match. I think both of these guys, if they can get over this round right here, I think they're going to tighten up their game a little bit. I think that both these players are going to play fairly loose in this match. Let's see what happens here.
And Earl did win the lag, so he broke this first game.
Justin's got to be really careful here. He doesn't really have a good offensive shot. Nothing really going toward his pocket. And also, he's going to have a suspect cue ball if he happens to try some sort of an aggressive shot here. So he's got to be pretty careful here. He's got to really show us a little patience right here, Steve. He shouldn't try to force anything here, because if he does, he doesn't figure to do well.
And look at that. All 15 balls, no two balls are touching.
And that's exactly right.
If one of these guys makes a shot, they're going to make a bunch.
The balls definitely favor Earl from this position here. He can see the green 7 ball. The balls are colored differently here than they are with the traditional colors.
That's right.
And they sort of have me confused in the first round. That's the 7 ball he's shooting here.
I think it is a 7.
Nicely executed shot. I love the way he controlled the cue ball in that shot. He really doesn't have anything here. If I were he, I'd move that 9. That 9's a big ball for Strickland. He can move that 9 and stick the cue ball right there where the 9 is. Get the 9 out of there, because once the 9 is out of there, there's a lot more places at the table that he can put the cue ball.
Well, at least, Billy, the 9 is the same color as what we're used to.
Now, all of a sudden, since that 9's gone, Justin's side looks a lot better with that 9 gone.
Yeah, no, that was about the
it was a big ball.
The 4 and the 9.
Mm-hmm. Now, Strickland's got to be careful. Both of these players must be careful, considering the position of the balls. They can go in either pocket. One mistake, like Steve mentioned earlier, one mistake could be fatal, and the beneficiary can run a lot of balls. They're all open for both players.
Earl wants that 9 back over on his side anyway. No?
He's got to be careful here. He has a possible. There's a combination onto the 4 that he can shoot and bank the 4 to his side. I believe the combinating ball, the head ball, will go away from that cluster by Earl's side there. I think he can move some balls toward his pocket. He's going to look at it now.
Yeah.
That's the shot. I believe it's the.
And drift
it's
forward with the cue ball pretty much.
Right. Yeah. He can. You know. Yeah. He don't really even need to go forward too much, as long as he stays on that side of the table.
Yeah.
I think that particular combination. I think it'll.
No, he's down. He's looking down.
Oh, he's
Is
got to be
that
careful
ball
here.
cut?
No, he's trying to cut the 5, and I
He's
don't
looking at it. Yeah.
really. That's a very, very low percentage risky shot, and that's a bad combination to have. Low percentage and risky. I kind of like this combination here. I believe it's the 12 into the 4.
Yeah.
It's a little aggressive. I think he can get away with it here. He's going back to the 5 here. It's a risky shot and it's a low percentage shot.
But if he makes it, he will be rewarded. Oh, he missed by.
He missed and he got a little
Quite a bit.
fortunate. Now Strickland's got a combination with the 10-3.
Well, he's going to see it.
He's
for
taking
sure.
a look at it now, Steve. He's taking a look at it now. He's got his eyes glued on that combination. You know, he's beaming in on it now. He's going to go around the table once again, take another good look at it. He's got his eyes glued on it.
We're looking right down the barrel of it.
And he's an excellent shot maker. Yeah, it was a pretty risky shot that Justin opted to shoot. You know, I mean, he really didn't even come close with the shot. Strickland at the table, balls are open if the 1 passes here, and it does.
And with every ball he makes, he opens them up a little bit more, too.
Yeah, he should shoot the 4 now, I believe, and come for that, and go for that 15 in the center of the table next, or the 11.
Yeah.
If the 11 passes the 10, that's the ball we should play for. If the 11 passes the 10, that'll be an ideal ball for him to play position for.
Because that ball there just opened the rest of those
Yeah.
all up.
Yeah, he's going to run out, it looks like. This is rack
Well,
number 1.
If he needed 10, he could get them.
He might be able to. He got fairly straight here. He don't like it. He's taking a look how many balls he has. He's going to count his balls. There's 4, 8, 11 on the table. Means that he has 4 balls and he needs 4. He's straight in on the 10.
He might have room to cut the 2 in, though.
He's taking a look at that now, Steve. I believe he does have room for the 2, but not much. I don't know if he's going to opt to shoot. He's going to try to shoot the 2. He's got just, I think, just enough room with the shot.
Now, here's where that extra long cue stick of his served him well. You know, he made that shot look like it wasn't a stretch shot, but that was a stretch shot.
And that's an excellent point you brought up there, Steve. Even though he plays with a cue a good 3 to 4 inches longer than any other cue here out on the floor, at that time the cue was certainly a benefit.
Yeah. Kind of like a built-in extension.
Oh, he got a little. Oh, no, he didn't. He's ended up frozen on the 9, and that could be a problem.
And he's only got 6, and those other balls are all still in play.
That could be a problem.
Yeah, he trapped himself pretty well there.
He's really trapped here. Now here's a shot that I like from this position. Once he moves, I'll be able to tell you what it is. And I would bank the 7 ball and swing the cue ball 2 cushions down toward the upper left-hand corner, leaving him straight in on the 14 or the 15, whatever ball that is.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's at 7, but that's that new color, that like a light blue.
It's a greenish color, like
Yeah.
at least that's the way I see it. I would shoot that greenish colored ball underneath the 9, go 2 cushions with the cue ball toward the upper left-hand corner. Well, you know, he made a nice shot, but he's left the bank on the 9. His cue ball up table. I don't know if he's going to shoot it. Or if he doesn't like that, he'll probably come off the 10. That's an excellent shot.
Yeah, he just opted to try to keep the pressure on.
Excellent shot. I kind of thought that he could bank the 9 and play a good cue ball near that bottom cushion, send that 9 toward that 11 ball, puts a lot of pressure on him. I don't think Earl could have afforded to shot the 10 ball in.
He does have, if he banks that 10 with just a little tiny bit of inside, he's going to go right up into those 2 stripes. Pretty aggressive, but it's a big
very
target.
aggressive. I don't think that's the shot right now. I think he's got a big lead in this first game.
He's got 6 balls.
Yeah, I think he should 2-rail the 10 out of there and just follow down to the end rail.
That's the right shot.
You know,
but Earl's pretty aggressive.
if it was the other way around, I might just go ahead and go for the bank.
Yeah, because it's he likes the angle on the bank.
That's the shot. That's the shot. Just lay it down. You got a 6-0 lead.
He's got a little one pocket in him.
Yeah, well. Okay, Justin at the table really doesn't have anything. He's got the 7. I don't think he can he bank it?
I don't think to make it.
Or that's the 4, yeah.
He just brought it back down.
I'd come off the 3 and lay him right down back. Oh, excuse me, I'd come off the 5. See, now this is not a shot that I would be shooting right here. He's going to give Justin Hall a chance right here.
Oof. He almost spared
that's not the shot to shoot. That's very. He's showing us a little inexperience there with that shot. Because now he's opened the door for Justin Hall, even though it may be a low percentage shot, he can really set the table with this shot.
If this 5 goes by the 8, well, it goes by, but not into the hole.
See, he can set the table with that shot. See, with that shot now, look at his side now.
Yeah.
See, if Earl would have came off that 5 ball that he just shot and dropped down where he had him before, he wouldn't have any problems with. Now Earl has a problem here. And he has a 6-0 lead, so therefore being aggressive with a 6-0 lead is not really what you want to do. And he got very fortunate there, very fortunate.
Yeah, because he's sold out there. He gave the little billiard apology, you know. Sorry I made that ball.
Well, fortuitous Strickland after game number 1 takes the lead in a race to 4-1 to nothing, and he shot a couple of shots were a little suspect as far as I was concerned in that first game, but he played a lot of real good shots too to get the lead.
Yeah, I thought he would get all the way out, but he misplayed his position once. Maybe he's used to those 10-foot tables where he had more room to maneuver there.
Justin Hall, the winner of the Tunica 1 pocket division and also the Tunica 9 ball division year before the last.
Yeah, he came pretty close to sweeping down there. Nobody has, as far as I know, no player has swept one of those major 3-discipline tournaments, and he came real close. Van Boning has come close.
Yes, he did.
A few years back.
Yes, he did.
Back in '92, I think Mark Tadd almost did out in California.
Yeah, Tadd played beautifully in that tournament.
Meanwhile, Justin has an open shot here.
I don't know if he should start with the other green, because the other green would open up the balls nicely for him. This one here,
use the bridge on it.
I like that shot. See, now if he starts with the 7 ball, which is the ball he's going to start with, he's going to play shape for the 9. He could end up straight in on the 9 if he does that. Well, he didn't play for the 9. He played for the. I think this is the 7 ball, the green ball. No, he's playing the 9 here.
Well, he didn't get too many out of that. I know he wanted to run a few, but.
Yeah, Strickland's got to be careful here. If he can shoot the 1 into the 10 and go forward with the cue ball, I like that shot. He'll clear that 1 and 10 away from that area of the table and drop below the 4 on the bottom rail. That seems to be a pretty safe shot right there, and I believe the 10 may even go on his side. Now he's got to be careful here because he can leave a bank real easy here. All that indecision out there is an indication that, he's got some problems.
Yeah.
So if he can shoot the 1 into the bottom of the 10, I like that shot. Let's see what he does here. No, he's opting to. Oh, he's got to be careful here. But he may not have the angle to shoot the 1 into the bottom of the 10. Maybe he has to cut it to its left. If he does that, then he'll run into a problem with the cue ball.
I mean, he could softly go off the top of that 4, right?
Yeah, he could do that. He could do that, and but if he happens to brush to 10, might leave him a bank on the 1. A lot of indecision, just staring at the table. And he wants to do something aggressive, but there's nothing out there for him.
Oh, he kicked up to the 9.
If he allowed him to see the red 3 here, he really can't do much with it, but he can just move it, and that'd be big just to move that 3. Because that 3 is a big ball for Strickland. And now he's positioned the cue ball solidly and frozen to the 11 and really created some problems for Strickland here.
Remember when Earl was looking at those balls, he was looking at that 11 and possibly playing something off of it. Now, if he had, that shot right there wouldn't have been available to Justin. That a ball like that, just a few inches away from your own pocket on the bottom rail, it's a great place to
trap your opponent.
Yes.
Trap your opponent, because if you can trap your opponent against the ball like he just did, Justin just did, and you're cutting off 85, 90% of the table.
Yeah. So he's got to go a 2-rail kick here.
Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. He actually tried to go 2 cushions in front of the 9. 2 cushions in front of the 9 and go toward the 10 with the cue ball. He hit it too long. Excuse me, too short, that is. And ended up scratching.
All right, well, here's Justin's second shot this rack. Last time he got 1. This time he wants to make up for that.
These young guys, they can shoot shots like the 5 ball. If I were at the table, I would probably have to shoot the 9. But
well, now he's going to shoot that. I think it's a 7 in those new colors. No, he still is.
What he wants to do, here's what he wants to do. He wants to shoot the 9, at least from what he's looking at now, the 9. Shoot the 9, then the 10 and open up the pocket for the 1, then drop for the 7 and come down for both the 11 and the 4. But now he's shooting your shot.
Oh, there he goes. He's going to get a few this time.
Yeah.
He just go up and bump the 1, shoot the 10.
You don't want to bump it too hard.
No, he left it.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that he can make it at a later time.
Yeah, because off the 9, he's going to go back across.
Justin's got 5 balls.
Hey, he might get a break shot out of that 1.
That's a good shot. He's playing for 2, but I only see 1. Now he's got to be careful here, because you don't want to try to get more balls than this 1, because the cue ball's close to the cushion and all the balls are in play, so you want to make sure you don't err here. That's what, good shot.
He's satisfied just to
good shot. Don't try to go after more than the table offers you.
Now that's his little thank you 11 ball for getting me this far.
There you go.
Now you can go away.
Yeah.
You
I don't.
served your
I
purpose.
don't need you any longer.
Right.
Yeah, I like what he's done there. You need to get as many balls in play as he can. He's
And there they
trailing
are.
7 to -1, so all the balls on the table Strickland would like to have in play. Oh, no, a little aggressive there, needing only one ball. But the balls are sort of like tied up, so I guess he
That's a
could
bank,
afford to
though.
have gotten aggressive little, but the balls tied up the way they are now.
He's got a bank here where he could come up and end up with a shot on that. What is it, the 13 ball? Which he's done.
Oh, that's nice. Now he's got an angle not only to pocket the 13 but go into the blue too. So he'll open up that little cluster right there, and it looks like, but it's not going to be easy because he's laying a little awkwardly here. So he's going to have to really show us some good cue ball control here. This shot isn't an easy shot at all to control.
Looks like the 2 and 3 both bank, but I think he's got too much angle to hold the cue ball there.
Let's see, he wanted to hit higher. That was a tough shot to control the cue ball. I'll tell you a real good shot here. He could play the carom off the 12. That'll send the 14 ball over to his side, and he can just draw the cue ball. Draw the cue ball. He might
Behind
make
the 8, sort of.
Yeah. He might make the red ball, and then he might be able to run out with the shot. He could have ran out with that shot.
Yeah, that's like an old straight blue shot. I don't know if he had quite the angle. Looks like maybe it was leaned a little towards the bottom rail. The cue would have the 3 ball. Is it the 3 ball would have hit the bottom rail there?
Yeah, well, it may have. It may have. But you know what? You really didn't want to shoot the shot that he ended up shooting because you're just playing right into Justin's hands by playing an up-table game. You know, you're just allowing Justin to play an up-table game too easily by shooting the shot that he shot. And Strickland needs all the balls on the table.
Yeah, so now Strickland's, I think he's got 2.
Excellent shot.
2 Justin 7.
Yeah, Justin needs one ball. I like pocketing the 8 here, just trying to pocket the 8. I'd rather have pocket the 8 and bring it back down.
Yeah, bring it back down.
You know? Intelligent shot. He hid the 2 ball. He doubled up the 8, so he can't bank the 8. He has no aggressive shot. He's going to have to cooperate with Justin because Justin chose the right shot.
Yeah, 1 pocket 101, you try to get a ball near your pocket and hide it. But 1 pocket 201 or 301, you take a ball out of play, but don't let them see it.
And hide it again.
You're right.
And that little shot that we saw him execute with the 2 ball paid big dividends there.
Yeah, because it just made Earl take about 3 balls out of play.
Right. So that was a big shot. Even though it didn't appear to be a big shot, you saw the results. Big shot. And he played a really intelligent shot when he shot it. Strickland now down at the end of the table with the cue ball. Nothing to shoot at. All balls just about out of play.
He can bank that. And, oh, I'm mixed up about which is the cue ball. That's not a good start.
That's real bad when you're playing.
Well, Earl had me snookered. You viewers can't see it, but the camera that is got kind of the semi-overhead view that we're looking at now, the tripod legs of that are right between Billy and I and the table on that. So sometimes we got to go back and forth between the monitor and the table to see where the balls are. That ball almost fell in, but didn't quite. That would have been Justin's game ball coming out on the spot if it had fallen in.
He figures to put this down. He banks so well. Short.
Yeah, that really shortened. Well, Earl's got something to shoot at. A slice over there, or a couple of banks on the other side.
Earl's such a tremendous shot maker.
Yeah.
He's always been an excellent shot maker.
Did you bump into him when he first started out on the road, like 17, 18?
Oh, yeah. I bumped into him before he went on the road. It was in, I think it was around Greensboro, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
He was playing some pool around that area, and there was this marijuana dealer that was backing him. Okay? And so a friend of mine called me up and he told me that this kid in South Carolina's got this marijuana dealer backing him, and if you can get someone to go down
Justin
there,
just
buried the game ball
back.
for the second game. Now the match is tied up at 1 game apiece. So let me finish this story. Well, now that you brought this up, a friend of mine called me up and he said that there's a kid down there in South Carolina. You know, he's got this marijuana dealer who harvests a lot of marijuana, and he backs him pretty good. He said, if you can get a player to go on down there, you can play this kid and win a lot of money. I got Mike Sigel. And this is when Mike Sigel was playing the best pool in the world.
Well, those balls didn't open up very well for Earl, but I don't want to interrupt your story. But
So I got Mike Sigel, and we went to South Carolina, and we went into the country because this is where we had to go to play Earl. It was in the country, around, I don't know, I think it was around Spartanburg or somewhere way in the country. And the setting was it was a barn that was gutted, and there was a pool table in the barn, and there was a bunch of chairs around the pool table, and a big cooler full of beer.
that's classic.
Yeah, and all these country guys
And a 17-year-old
come and drink beer and watch pool.
17-year-old Earl Strickland.
And Earl's like 17 or 18 years old, maybe. Yeah, no older than 18. So I brought Mike there, and we started gambling. Now, keep in mind, Mike's the best player in the world, right?
Yeah.
And we're playing this kid 18 years old. So they played, and this is before anyone knew about jumping over balls. No one jumped over balls during this time until we played this guy right there, Earl Strickland. And we're playing, and we play one push after the break. Mike would break the balls and make a ball in a break, wouldn't have a shot, so he'd push. Like half snooker Earl, where Earl would either have to pass the shot or shoot it. No, Mike had something for him. If he passed the shot, he played good safety. But Earl hardly ever passed shots. He would jump over balls and make them. So Mike kept looking at me, and Earl kept jumping and making them. Mike kept looking at me, right? So I don't know what to do. I never seen anything like this before either. So I really couldn't give him any advice. Anyways, they played, make a long story short, they played for 3 days and broke even. And we're playing for a lot of money.
Yeah.
And every night in the hotel room, Mike's saying to me, I don't understand it. He says, this guy's, he's doing things you're not supposed to do. And Earl's walking around the table. He's got no shirt on, no shoes on, okay? And he's talking smack.
So that hasn't changed.
No, it hasn't changed at all. But that was the first time Earl Strickland has ever played a champion.
Yeah.
And he played a champion there and broke even with him.
Wow.
And I'm talking about a champion. And since then, the world found out who Earl Strickland was. And even today, still an upper echelon player. And as colorful as ever.
Yeah, and one pocket is not really, to his temperament, but he executes so well. He banks well. And of course he runs balls well.
Right.
And speaking of banking well, of course Justin banks real well.
Yeah, Justin's probably in the top 3 bankers in the world today.
And is he going rail first here? Yeah. Okay, well, he definitely left Earl something here.
Earl left Justin a kiss shot, and Earl thought that he had left him a good shot. He was complaining. Meantime, he left him a kiss shot, and Justin obviously opted not to shoot it. Was a little ill-fated in what he did. He shot in and left Earl back on the 4, which he missed. This is rack number 3. Match is tied up 1 game apiece.
Yep.
He's trying to bank to 1, I believe. But that looks like a kiss. He's looking at the 10 now. I'd be looking to kick the 7 in, or the 4.
Yeah. Kick it to give it to him? Or?
Yeah, kick it to give it to him. Yeah. I'd be trying to give it to him in some way.
Yeah.
In some way. He's going for the 1 again. This is very close to a kiss here, Steve.
Gonna try to pass under it. He's
very close to a kiss. The cue ball figures to hit the bottom cushion. The 1 ball goes to the side cushion, and they're going to meet at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, they're going to either meet or it's going to be a very close miss.
If the 10 was over to the right a little more, so he had a little more angle, so he could pull the cue ball over for position, he'd probably shoot that. But it's 10's too tough a bank, and you're not going to get another ball.
I agree. Ooh, boy, he almost got a kiss. You see how close that was?
Yeah, but he sort of put it right back over on Earl's side.
He's going to be shooting over top of the 12 or over whatever ball that is. Now he's going to have to dig down here a little bit. He wants to play shape for the 7. Can he spin it enough to get over top of the 7?
Oh yeah, he cleared his way right around those balls.
Well, he's ended up straight in the 7, and he doesn't like the angle that he's left himself. So he's got to make up his mind what he's going to do here. He can draw straight back. He can draw straight back and then play the 2-12 combination.
Yeah. Oh, he had a little bit of it.
Yeah, well, there's not much future in that shot.
If he got around that ball, he would have been able to shoot it, but he went into it. He's at the right approach angle where that 9-3 combination might come close to his pocket.
So you got a ball count here.
I think he's got all of them so far. So he's got 6. Yeah. 6-0 here in this 3rd game. This is a loser side match, so it's a race to 3. The winner's side here is a race to 4. They do that in this 64-man field to make the clock work in the tournament.
Justin's going to go for something here. I believe he's going to bank the 3. Let's see what he does with the cue, or the 5. Let's see what he does with the cue ball.
Came around nice.
He would have loved to have got a shot in that 10 near the side pocket. That would have been ideal. But he didn't end up with a shot on that ball. Now he's going to have to show us a nice stroke here. He would like to end up with a shot on the 2 next, but he's going to have to draw the cue ball nicely back for this shot to get on the 2. Oh, the green ball goes, the 7. I don't think he can open up the balls with that shot. He would have liked to got him still straighter so he could have opened up those balls. Now he's going to be forced to go for the 2 next. And if he gets really good on the 2, almost straight, he can draw into the top ball and open up those 2 balls.
Oh yeah, bump them open.
Now he's gotten too much of an angle. He's going to go into the wrong ball here. He's got to be careful here.
Though.
He's going to be careful. He can draw it back and play safe for the other ball. Now what do you do here? Score is 6-5 now. This is going to be close. Nicely struck. 6-6. And looks like if he puts the 10 ball down, he'll win this 4th game. Or 3rd game, I should say. The 3rd game.
He can, if he makes this, he's going to drop down and have some kind of shot on the 11 for the game.
I wouldn't put much English on this, just a little bit, not much at all, because the more English you put on that shot, the less accurately you hit it.
Yeah. He hit it kind of hard also.
Oh, he overcut it.
Yeah.
And then when you overcut that type of a shot, the cue ball picks up speed.
These Aramis must make these balls.
Yeah.
I know Aramis has been one of their sponsors for a while, but
Gotta be careful here. Okay. Tough shot coming up here. Just missed the kiss.
they're both looking to get a little rub off that ball, you know, that was on the middle of the table there. What is that, the 14? It is the 14, that pale green stripe.
Interesting situation here. This is very interesting.
Yeah, they each need 2, and there they are, right down there.
Very, very interesting here. Wow. You have no idea how well he hit that ball. I mean, he really hit that shot well. He actually tried to go 3 cushions with the bank toward his pocket. He didn't miss it by much, because that particular shot has a tendency to shorten up, which it did. Had it not shortened up, if he would hit a little softer, it wouldn't have shortened up as much. Yeah, I think he would have gotten good results with the shot. Another tough situation here.
Yeah, with those 3 balls, they keep coming back into play right there.
He's got this shot is very similar to the shot he just shot, but now he's on. No, I don't like this shot. I wouldn't shoot off the 11 ball here. I think if he shoots off the 11 ball, he loses.
They just cut it in.
No, he's going to shoot the same shot. Almost got the same result.
Almost, exactly. Now he's taken that ball out of play, so now they get to do battle over the 2 balls down there, which they each need 2 balls, so neither of them need that ball back there.
Nicely positioned, both balls.
Nice little move there.
Nice ball, nicely positioned. He wants to put him behind that 11 ball. If he could have put him behind the 11 ball where he couldn't have saw the 14, then he would have had the edge there, because then he had to play safe off the 11, and then he could have moved both balls on his side, Justin, that is. But he wasn't able to put him behind the 11.
Earl is going to move that to his side.
That's a very nice shot. He covered the 11 ball. Obviously, when you cover up a ball with only 3 balls on the table, it really cuts down on your options.
It does cut down on the options.
Yeah.
Especially with one of them out of play.
Yeah, right. Pretty risky shot, but he hit it well.
He rubbed them both over, though.
He hit it well. It was risky, but, you know, it was the right shot. Now he's shooting over a ball, Strickland, that is. He's going to have to shoot over a ball. So he's probably better off just two-railing the ball closest to him out of there.
He hits the ball so straight, he can do that.
He's got to be careful here.
Well, now I'm surprised he did that. That's what I would have done, but that's because it's a sort of a half ball hit. You have a little more leeway with it. I thought he would go straight into it and two-rail it away.
I kind of like two-rail it away either, because you run a risk of selling out a bank very easily with the shot that he ended up shooting. I don't know if he sold out anything with the shot. If he didn't, he was pretty fortunate. But that shot that he shot had sellout written all over it. One of those 2 balls.
If he's playing that 4, can he see the 11?
He thinks he can.
Okay. He's jacked up, too.
Well, he got lucky. Watch, this ball's going to come back down table.
I don't know.
Not that it's going to save him.
Lucky afterwards.
You know, but it.
So does Earl cut that? He cuts the 14 first.
You know, you can go into the rail behind the 11 and you kick it over to your side here. Let's see what he does. No, he went for the.
Wow, he actually missed that. You don't see that from Earl very often. Must be the stick's fault. Earl's chirping at it. Earl is giving that stick hell.
Watch out. Oh, a little bit of a kiss there would have aided him with that shot. A little kiss there sends a 14 ball.
Off the back of that ball.
Yeah.
Earl's been pretty quiet in this match up to now. It apparently earlier something was said when Earl played Bernie, because Earl was doing a lot of talking while Bernie was shooting at him. At some point, the refs came over and said something. It's about the first of it we've seen here. Well, that 14 ball being frozen on the rail makes it tough for Earl to come off that ball. So that makes it tough for Earl to get a bank on it.
Oh, yeah. Right, so therefore, if he can move that ball, he should move it as quickly as he can.
Talking on the most critical shot. The most critical shot, he's talking.
He's referencing me, you know. He's saying, oh, I was talking at his most critical shot. Well, that's what I do.
They hear us. No, we're quite a ways back.
No, he can hear us.
Really?
Right. He's going to get a little kiss there.
Oh,
Nope.
creative shot. Just softly bank that 11 away. Oh, he kicked behind it. That's better.
I don't know if it is.
I know Justin
I don't
doesn't
know
want
if
to
it
move
is.
that 14.
He's banking this ball here.
Yeah?
He's banking this ball. And I like this shot. He's going to hit this good, and he's going to end up with a chance.
He got a little unfortunate there. I don't see why Earl would be looking at that ball. Earl can drive right straight into these, and aren't they going to both go away?
I don't know about that.
No?
It's pretty risky. You know, he's not
see
going to
if
get much
there's-
movement from that top ball. And it's not easy to come off this ball. This is really a dilemma here.
Yeah, because he's got to bring the cue ball back about to where it is if he wants to.
I don't think he's going to go rail first here. I don't like his chances here. Nope.
Well, Justin will be banking at this, right?
Yeah, maybe a little inside English. Can go one rail across the table.
And he'd like to lay it up underneath those balls, but of course Earl can see it anyway.
Well, they both need 2 balls. The score is 1 apiece. This is game number 3.
That 14 is right where it's been for the last about 5 minutes.
Well, if he can't see this bank, Earl is going to walk away from the table in pretty good shape. If he can't, Dustin can't see this bank. And I don't think he can see it.
It's pretty close. His body language says he can't see it.
It's a good hit.
Yeah, and he did a nice job.
It's a good hit.
Well, now that 14 is going to finally move.
And I don't like that shot.
No, and he's not going to either. Because if Justin makes this 14 ball bank, he's going to get rewarded with another shot, right?
He certainly is.
He could bank the 11 too.
He must not like that bank on the 14. This one here is a tougher bank, I thought.
Me too, frozen on the rail. Like
Yeah, I thought that was tougher. This is a teaser here. You want to cross this ball, but yet there's always that risk of losing the cue ball, selling out the 11 here.
Yeah. On paper, you can hit that 11, but his speed was excellent.
Yeah, he hit it thickly, and by hitting it thickly like that, it slowed up the cue ball. Nicely executed.
Yeah, that was a nice little shot. Real first, right? It
Mhm.
looked like it.
Yeah, and he stopped the cue ball nicely, right close to the cushion. Now Earl's got a lot of problems out there. Looks like he is going to end up giving up a shot here.
Yeah, the way Justin banks, it's hard to defend both those.
Yeah, all balls are like bankable now. It's going to be tough for Earl to keep Justin off of his shot here.
I guess the 2 on the other end, that's the 15 and the 14.
Okay. Looks like he may have kept him off of a shot. This, unless he has a shot here. It looks like he does. Looks like he does. He wants to get a kiss. Oh, wait a second. Let's see what happens there.
He sticks it right on the rail. He's okay.
Yeah.
Well, he left a bank here.
What's your comment on that shot? That's what I want. You got lucky or was that skill?
And I think Earl can figure that out. Earl's asking us if that was lucky or skill. What's our comment on that? That's striped to Earl's left is the 15 ball in the new colors that he's looking at.
This is a tough shot here. It looks like a kiss, this shot. I like banking the other ball. I think he's going to end up banking the other ball and drawing at the cue ball a little bit. Nice finesse shot.
I think he could bank the 15. That's the ball on the left if he wants to. Without kissing. But the cue ball's going to go back over in the area where that other ball is.
Nicely struck. That's a nicely struck shot there. You're right, Steve. Not even close to a kiss. I thought at first it was going to be a kiss, but evidently the angle that he had was certainly much different than the angle that I saw.
Well, now Earl's on the hill in this game. Justin needs both balls. Pretty aggressive, but he's left something here.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I wouldn't be opposed to shooting a 5-reeler here. I really wouldn't because of the position of the 11 ball.
These tables, they play so slick.
Well, you know, he's going one rail across here. It looks like, oh, he's got a pocket. He's got a pocket, one rail across.
The 5-reeler, he could have stuck the cue ball right there.
For shape, yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like it was laying pretty good for that shot. But you can't shoot the 5-reeler if you got a 1-reeler. Even though the position, you know, he didn't have real good position potential on that shot, you still got to go with the 1-reeler.
The 5-reeler is not a shot you see very often in one pocket, is it?
No, you don't. You don't. But
It was laying perfect for
you
it,
know,
though.
if that ball was a little bit lower where he couldn't have banked the 1-reeler, I thought the 5-reeler then would have been a pretty good option.
Or stuck on the rail where he couldn't bank it or
Right.
something.
Is he looking to kick here?
I don't know. What about nicking that ball and just going twice across up the table? Oh, he did look to kick.
Yeah, he had a lot of good things that could have happened for him with that kick. He could have kissed it in. If he would have made it straight in, he would have shape.
Sideboard there, yeah. Earl's going to just softly kick behind that. Earl only needs one ball now. So.
No, I wouldn't have done that. I definitely wouldn't have done that.
You hate to chase the balls away from
I
your
definitely
own
wouldn't have done
pocket.
that. I don't think he should have done that. See, he don't have to shoot the 14 into the 11. He can shoot the 14 to the left of the 11 and use the 11 as a blocker. And then now Justin will have to shoot the 11. Now both balls will be out of play.
Yeah.
Now if he goes into the 11, he may sell out a ball.
Right.
So he can sell out a shot here. But he got away with it pretty good here. Cue ball very closely positioned to the rail. He left him some sort of a bank on the 14, but it looks like it carries that scratch angle.
Yeah, or even if it wasn't directly in the pocket scratch, he could kiss the cue ball accidentally off the 11
Right.
scratch.
So it's going toward that corner pocket in some way.
He's probably moving the 11 ball. Because I think where that 14 stripe or 15, the side pocket is.
He could make this ball, by the way. He could make that shot.
See, the side pocket, I think, is in the way of the one railer for Earl.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree.
That's why Justin could do that. But
And also, the position of both the 11 and the cue ball really makes this shot play quite difficult because he really can't control the 11 and the cue ball and keep him off of a bank on the 14. Very difficult situation for Strickland.
well, Justin's got both balls back in play.
Yeah, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, he can double bank this, but he's going to have to follow it. And he can't afford to double bank it and draw the ball. If he double banks to 14, he's going to have to follow it with the cue ball, going 2 cushions around the backup table with the cue ball. And even though he needs 2 balls, he still can't afford not to follow it.
If he does that, the cue ball is going to be coming back around. Maybe that 14 or 15 would have already cleared the area.
No, here's what I'm thinking he can do. I'm thinking that he can double bank the 14 to his pocket. Cue ball go 1 rail, 2 rails, and now over this way. The cue ball should end up maybe 10 inches to the right of where it is now.
Yeah, but up towards that upper left.
Right,
corner.
and there's no kiss there. He can safely clear the 15 after he contacts the 14 to double bank it. The cue ball safely clears the 15, goes 2 rails and back up there. He can only get 1 ball, but you know, from the position that he's in, I don't really see a better shot. You know, what's he going to do? He can't afford to come off the 15.
Can he? I think he could skim the outside of that
11
15
ball. There, 11 ball, yeah.
with inside English and just go up. Yeah. Skim the outside of that 11 ball and go back up.
But what is he going to do? What's the result of that shot? Tell me this.
Not much. It
Okay.
leaves the 2 balls in play.
Here's what I'm saying. Now, here's what I'm saying. That shot is it's a tougher shot to execute than the double bank because you're hitting a full ball with the double bank, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to hit a full ball than it is to hit a ball thinly.
Yeah.
And now you're putting inside English on it to make it even complicated more, right? Now, the other shot, it's easier to hit a full ball, plus you have a chance to pocket the ball.
Yeah, a little chance of
Yeah,
pocketing the ball.
so I don't think it's even a decision then which shot he should shoot. I think he should double bank the 14 ball, whatever that ball is, to the left of the 11.
Yeah, that's one of those new colored stripes. It's either the 14 or the 15. For a while, both the 14 and 15 were out there. It is the 14 ball. Because the 15 is already in Earl's tray.
Now, he can play this shot 2 ways. One is very risky, and that way is to try to draw it softly. Not softly, because you got to hit it hard enough to double bank it. Justin, when he gets back to the table, he's going to double bank this 14.
Yeah.
If he draws it, he's got a chance to make it 2 cushions and hold that cue ball possibly for a shot on the 11. But that shot's very risky because the speed of that shot suggests to me if he doesn't make it, he leaves a return bank.
Yeah.
So he can't afford to do that. That's why he's got to follow it.
As we view the table, because it's not a direct overhead view, it looks like there's more angle in that double bank than there is. There really is less angle.
I think he's got a pretty good shot at the double bank here. And he's not going to be able to play shape on the 11. But what other option does he have?
I wouldn't do it. I'd be nicking the the side of that 11 and putting those two balls together, basically, and going up table with the cue ball.
Well,
But we'll see.
that's the other option that he has.
Yeah.
I like the double bank. And
Yeah.
maybe he'll shoot your shot. And maybe he'll shoot the double bank. I don't think he has any other shot.
He banks well. Now,
Right.
do you know where he's from, Billy?
He's from the Florida area, somewhere
Yeah.
down in Florida.
Hey, he's only about 23 or so himself. I think he's pretty young. Nice. He's one of those good young players that we have a few of right now. Chip Compton, Joey Gray, Justin Hall. All good young players.
Oh yeah, Joey Gray, Chip Compton. Well, Chip Compton, and Joey Gray are from Oklahoma.
Yes. On the James Walden area.
Mm-hmm.
You still hear about James Walden getting involved in action and so on, but he doesn't seem to come out to the tournaments too much.
He really never did
Never did.
go to tournaments that often, but he did occasionally make an appearance.
I
But
know
he wasn't considered like a regular tournament player.
Yeah. I remember over at the Derby City, he was involved in some big matches there one year when it used to be over at the Executive West. And I think they named one room up there, the James Walden room.
Well, I remember him being in a big money match with Jack Cooney up there.
Oh, that's probably who it was.
Yeah.
But they didn't call it the Jack Cooney room.
No, but Jack Cooney beat him.
So Jack said, "I'll take the money. You can have your name on the wall."
Well, Jack Cooney, in my opinion, was probably the greatest pool hustler that I've known.
Yeah.
And
Modern.
I'm pretty old.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think there was a better pool hustler that I know than Jack Cooney.
Very patient and working a situation.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he just massaged his opponent,
Yeah.
made them like losing,
Yeah.
and invited him back after they lost. When are you coming back, Jack?
Well, I remember when.
He never had to leave town abruptly. You know, it was always an invitation back.
And you remember this too when we inducted Jack into the One Pocket Hall of Fame, and one of the guys that spoke for him was a big bettor from out there
Mark
in California.
Vitor.
Yes, and it started out that the way they met is, of course, Jack Cooney drew a bead on Mark Vitor and was beating him.
Yeah.
But Mark Vitor liked it so much. Look, now they're
Yeah,
best
right.
friends.
Yeah. And then Mark became his backer.
Yeah, became his backer.
Yeah,
Spoke for
and
him.
made a lot of money backing him. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
All right, Earl Strickland's back in the pit area, and now Justin Hall is making his way back. In just a moment, we're going to be back in action. And Justin's going to be looking at that situation that Steve and I have been talking about. I like double banking the 14, and Steve likes clipping that 11. Let's see what he does.
think he'll fool us both?
I know. I think he's going to shoot one of the two shots. Well, the only other shot he could shoot is just bank the 14 back on his side, one rail, and just drift the cue ball over to the side rail. That's the only other shot he could shoot that I see. He's kicking. He looks like he wants to kick. I don't believe he's going to kick. He looks like he wants to kick.
Well, he
Look.
kicked before, but it was a lot easier kick.
Oh my, I don't believe he's doing this. Wow.
Well, he
Wow, he
determined
hit
he
that
had to hit
so
it on that
well.
side.
He must have a real good feel of banks and kicks. I know he has a good feel of banks. And now I know he has a good feel of kicks.
He played to miss that shot on the side that he missed it, because otherwise it would have been a complete sellout.
Oh my, that's not going to be any good. That's not going to be any good.
Can you tell by Earl's body language?
He's going to lose this game. Justin's got a nice shot to go 3 cushions around, play shape for the 11. This shot has to be hit with the proper speed because he can bypass his position more quickly in this shot. Oh, he can go 1 cushion.
Well, it hesitated and it fell.
Well, he's gotten pretty close to the cushion with that cue ball. And now he can't dig underneath it, hit it with some speed. Now he's going to have to, like, not particularly roll it, but he's going to have to hit it with a softer stroke. He can't, and now he's digging down. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Let's see how well he does. See, getting that close to the cushion and digging down like he did, you know you're going to lose accuracy with the shot.
Yeah, Earl's what, about 80% to make this bank, right?
He looks like he's almost
nice
straight in on the
close to
bank.
his work.
Yeah. You know one thing, he's going to come very close if he doesn't make it.
Nothing but net.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like the way Justin played game ball. I think he should have leveled off. I didn't like him digging down like that. You know, because I know he was gonna lose accuracy with the shot doing that. I think he had a much better chance of pocketing that shot if he would have leveled off and went for the pocket like that.
If he to avoid the scratch without drawing, then he would have had to hit it pretty soft. Just
No,
roll
I
it
didn't
in
think
there.
there was a scratch angle. I didn't think it was on a scratch angle. I didn't think he was on a scratch
'Cause
angle.
he drew up above the scratch.
Yeah, but I didn't
If
think he wasn't on a
soft rolled
scratch
it.
angle. We'll ask him about that in game number 3. Well, no matter what happens in this match, we'll ask him about game number 3 when he played shape on 11 and he elevated. Why did he elevate? And
We've
he'll
got
give us an answer.
2 games to 1 now. All first 3 games, whoever broke won. Although the games were really a toss-up in between. If Earl can, the 2 balls that are down on by the first diamond on Justin's side on the bottom rail, if Earl can get down underneath those, that's perfect. But
I like going around the table off the other green. I like shooting that green going. The shooting the 7. I think he could shoot the 7 and bank the 7 into the stack and go 3 cushions around. I think he's got that shot.
yeah, the 7 is that new color that's like a light blue. And if he does that, he could end up in that same spot I was just talking
Yeah.
about.
I like banking the 7 into the ball. Now he's not doing it.
Looks like you might have left a straight shot on that 3.
It looks like you're right.
Yeah, with that camera angle, you can see he did. I don't think Earl much trouble in that break. He kind of, I'm not sure what he tried to do there, but he tried to leave the cue ball on the top of the stack, but he didn't bury it sufficiently.
Probably just try to stop there, maybe. No, he can't de-angle to do that. I didn't think he could miss the side, but obviously.
Do you have a two-reeler on the two if those others don't go?
It's pretty close because he's a little straight on the two. May lose the cue ball, but of course he may be able to do it. Let's see what it is.
Right into the pile there.
So he might lose the cue ball.
Yeah, he came out of the wrong side of that group.
Yeah, well, that's the angle that he had to
Doesn't
rail
matter
it.
'cause he made that ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a kind of a shot where, you know, that cue ball might get away from me here if I go for the pocket. You know, he for some reason he didn't show much regard for that, and but you know what? That's a good thing, right? Because he made the ball.
Now you'd cut that 4 in and go 3 rails for the 8, but last time he had that sort of thing, he just used inside English and went across.
I don't think he can go 3 rails. It's too thin here. Can you? Yes, he can. Look at that. Nice call. I didn't think he could do that. I thought he was much thinner on that particular shot than way it turned out. Big shot. You got to make sure he makes it. Okay, there's 9 balls left on the table. He has 6. Score is 2-1 in games. This is game number 4.
He should think about this for a little bit longer. I think he had some other opportunities there. But that's all right. He's happy to have a 6-0 lead. And
Ball curved. He was running into the 4. I was watching it. Curved right around it. Now,
that could have rattled in off those other balls.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Oh, seems like it skidded or something there. You know?
skidded into pretty good
Yeah,
spot.
skidded in a win in game number 4, tied up the match, 2 games apiece. And that was a quick game.
Yeah.
The other game took 30 minutes.
Just for those last
This
3
game
balls.
took 3
Yeah.
minutes.
It was all those last 3 balls in that other game.
Yeah.
Well, the Breakers won yet again.
Good break.
That is a good break.
That's a good break.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
That's a good break. Interesting. Very interesting. Not many ways to get out of this break.
It looks like that, is it the 15-ball stripe that's right about on the spot?
Mm.
He could drive into that and leave the cue ball right about there, but he's going to still be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to give him a free pop at making that combination. I mean, that's what he was going to be doing, wouldn't he? Here's what he could do. He can come off the 10, leave the cue ball on the by the chalk, where the see the chalk is down there. He can come off that 10 and leave the cue ball maybe half a diamond up from the chalk, where he doesn't have a shot.
He's looking at that now. He'd have to be like about 2 diamonds up, I think, to avoid giving up that
6 or the 7.
7.
Yeah.
I think that
Oh, he's going to go 3 cushions around the 7 here, huh?
try to keep behind it. This Las Vegas dry cloth. They go long. No, real nice.
It did go long.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
See, banking at that too, or he's got a three-railer on the 10.
Yeah,
also.
yeah. You gotta like banking the 2 though,
Yeah.
and drawing into the stack.
He's got an awful nice shot to three-rail that 10 and follow with the cue ball down to the middle of the end rail and back this way.
Yeah, he can do that.
But
That's a really a
it's
top
perfect
shelf
for
shot
that.
there.
Well, he didn't need to. Well, he only got one ball though. I don't see anything else here, do you?
Oh, I didn't like that shot at all. I didn't like that shot at all.
No, that.
Well,
10
he got,
ball's
at least he
gonna-
got him close to the cushion.
He made it easier for Justin to remove the 10.
Had he not got him close to the cushion, he could have moved a couple balls.
Well, Justin got fortunate there. If that ball didn't drop in, it was going to leave some kind of bank.
Yeah, or at least leave a ball where he could have played off of it.
Yeah.
Now he's got to go elsewhere, and it doesn't look like there's much available to go elsewhere. So he's going to have to do something really, really conservative here.
Yeah, if they want to go for the up table game, he can knock away that 11 on the bottom rail, leave the cue ball right there, and all those balls will be headed up table.
If you notice, that neither player has marked a game on the scoreboard.
At all.
No. And I think the games are wrong on our scoreboard.
No, it's 2 games apiece.
Oh, is this games here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're correct.
The ball didn't open up that well on this break because, you know, the other first few racks featured the 10 or 15 balls all open down there. But
Right.
these are still kind of clustered up. I think he can bank that. Is it the 11? No, it's not the 11. It's
The ball on the foot spot?
yeah. It won't go clean, but
Yeah, he moved some balls, and he certainly got the best of that.
it's just 2 reeling that away, I think. Well, these guys, they're going into the other balls with a purpose.
He's got some trouble here. He's going to have to come off that 10, it looks like, because he can't defend against that 10 if he wants to kick at that 13 or kick at that 11. So he's going to have to come off the 10, I think, and try to drop him underneath that 13 very softly. Or just bank it out of there, one or the other.
Well, Earl got the 10 over there far enough that Justin can't bank that 2 into the ball by his pocket.
Nice thought out shot. I thought that he was going to kick possibly at the green stripe, but he kicked at the other stripe, and he did a good job of doing that because he handled the cue ball quite nicely, and he moved the ball away from Strickland's side.
Yeah, that stripe at the bottom of the rack is the 15. It's sort of in that light blue color, which means that light green must be the 14.
Right. Now he's let them a bank on that 14. He's going to elevate here. He's going to get up in the air.
The side pocket.
No,
yeah.
he's fine here.
He hit that ball pretty well considering that he had to kind of draw it, and he was
Yeah.
only about a half-inch off the rail.
Yeah, he had a nice.
He left the cue ball right there on the rail.
Yeah, and he's got Strickland in a spot here, by the way, because he can't shoot down this way unless he just rolls off that red 3. And I don't think he's going to do much there, but I don't think he has much going up table. You know, he's in a trap here. Looks like that the shot that Justin just shot has really created a problem. He's going to.
He's just trying to double up Justin on that ball down there.
You got to play the combination here, though. It's a big shot here. You can get some balls here if you make this combination. And it doesn't look like you're going to really sell out anything.
But this is also one of those places where he can one rail that 10 out of there and play the cue ball he's not going to. 2 rails into the stack.
This is such a big ball in front of the pocket there. You can hit that in a lot of different ways and pocket it. Now he's got to be careful if he goes for the bank here. And he's such an aggressive player, and he banks so well that, you know, chances are he's going to go for it here.
And chances are he's going to make it too.
And he did.
He's got another bank.
Yeah. He's going to have to hit this with a little stroke and go to the rail and then knock the 3 out of there and go up table for the 14.
Yeah.
He'll knock the 3 away here.
Yeah, this is going to work. Should work out well for him.
Oh, he wasn't able to go around it.
He didn't play aggressively for the position.
Yeah, right. Unless he sees something here he likes. No, he doesn't.
I think the 1 rail must have been a kiss there.
Watch out. Watch out.
Boy, he hit that well.
Oh, he's got 3 balls.
Nothing in that pile that goes.
No, nothing in the pile that appears it's going to go Strickland's way.
Kicking that away, he's going to leave another bank.
Yep, he's going to do that. Gotta watch that cue ball here. Is that cue ball going toward the side in this shot?
It's going above it.
Ooh.
Whew, by hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was going to be close.
That was close. That must be the 14. Yeah,
Yes,
that
you
light
recorded that, huh?
light green.
What a great shot he made.
He's funny. He is a funny man. Some of the things that he says.
Can he play that combination?
By
bank?
hitting the point like he did, he took away a lot of shots for Strickland.
He's got a combination bank, though.
He does? Yeah, he does. Look, he does. Yeah.
It's at the 12-3.
12-5, yeah.
12-5, yeah. But I don't know if he's got anything else after that except banking the 14. Oh. He could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that.
You know, even though he could see that ball, I thought the other shot was probably just as good or better. The combination bank.
He has a 2-reeler here. I think just a little cut. Cut it too much, you could kiss. Oh, he didn't take any chances with that.
Might be kicking here. He wants to hit the 1 actually. Yeah, he got away with it. I think he got away with it.
I don't think that 9 goes.
No,
Can't tell.
Strickland doesn't like it. You know, his body language sort of like suggests to me that the 9 doesn't go.
But he has a bank on the 3. Going up table with the cue ball. He didn't want to sell out the 8.
He might have to end up going two rails under the 5 and kicking it out of there, because Strickland's going to shoot that 5 if he gives him a shot at it. He's going to look at the 5 right now. Strickland is a great shot maker. No, I don't know. He's not looking at it. He's not even looking at it. I thought he would look at that 5 for sure. He's looking at coming off the 9 here. If he can come off the 9 and clear that 8, he'll make a real good shot here. Well, he didn't clear the 8, but he made the ball.
Apparently.
He's got 5 balls. He needs to play him for 3. 2 games apiece. This is game number 5. He's playing for 3 balls.
And this is the case game because it's a loser side match, so it's only a race to 3.
It's a race to 3. Oh, wow. You're correct. I thought it was a race to 4. If it's a race to 3, it looks like this match could be over.
The 12 must go by.
He's got 6 balls there. He can play shape for either the 6 ball or the 11 ball near the bottom cushion.
12 must go by. It looks a little tight from here, but it must go by. Yeah, it definitely goes by.
And we have a winner.
Yeah. He was in trouble. Earl just saying he was in trouble there. He was in trouble, but the ball was pretty near dead. It wasn't really dead, but he had a combination there from the 9.
This ball was running into this ball. It was. Watch this.
Yeah,
Look at my
the
light.
cue ball. He's saying that the cue ball didn't go above the 8. Or I think it was the 8. Or maybe he's rewinding to something that happened earlier.
We don't know what he's doing, and you know, it's hard for us to guess what he's talking about.
That curve's like a